Miss Fame. Miss Fame never shuts up. And she's lovely, but if you ask her, like, hey, do you know what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow? About 12 and a half paragraphs after she tells you her feelings about the weather yesterday, she might get into the answer. She's an interminable babbler, but she's had a lot of, peels and face tweaks, so I think that has something to do with it. Goes to your brain.
Don't be shady, pay the lady. Let's see who throws the best shade. Well, I'll tell you who likes to make pretty faces. And who snickers at it? Who snickers at that is Latrice Royale and I backstage. Because there's this queen over there, and, well, she Miss Richfield 1988 or whatever she goes by, Miss Richfield. She thought she was throwing shade, and me and Latrice are looking at each other giving pretty faces back and forth, because this one has a strap under her head to hold on, under her chin to hold her wig on, this Miss Richfield. And it's like, girl, you want to be reading in here? There's holes in your shade.
When it comes to like niche film or music, I automatically think of Katya, of course, because she like collects dead bodies and like only watches movies that I don't think anyone else has ever heard of, like 1960s Russian vampire films. I did this music video with her, and she was like, oh yeah, it's a reference from this movie. I still don't know what the movie is. I don't even know if the movie really exists, but the music video is really good.
A queen who provides the best moral support. I want to say Jiggly Caliente so bad, but she's literally the opposite of that. She gives no moral support. But usually if she gives you advice, you know exactly what not to do.
I have come close to sharing a bed with Lady Bunny on a tour once. We were like right next to each other in the tour bus. And I don't know if you've ever been on a tour bus before, but you kind of have to like go into your coffin to go to bed. So you sleep between cities overnight, and you're kind of rumbling around in this like little tiny coffin. And she was right next to me. She'd bump into me, I could hear she was right next to me. So I know Lady Bunny more intimately than anyone ever needs to know Lady Bunny.
Oh my God, the queen who has the best snacks is Alaska. She's addicted to candy. I mean, she may have cleaned up her act recently. She's all vegan and stuff, but she's just always, it's like, what, are you just getting off heroin, honey? It's like just shoving the chocolate in her face. How does she stay that skinny?
A queen who gets ready the fastest, I would say Detox. Girl, Detox will wake up from a night of activities and she will get that face on. I mean, look at her. It definitely looks like a 25-minute face, but you know what? She gives 100% energy and performance.
Who do I love to party with? I can tell you about the ones I don't like to party with because they're thuds, but we don't like to focus on bad things. So who do I like to party with? I like to party with Jules from Long Beach. Recently we've been working together and having a lot of fun backstage, laughing and scratching, as they say. One of my favorite stories is when we make fun of Ron, who deceased a while ago. Because he was an old bitch. I used to be Ron's pool boy back in the day. And he'd be like, see that sofa over there? Those pillows came from Liberace's house. And then his dog would piss on it. And it's like, okay, really? His little, was it a skipper key or something? Whatever that nasty little thing was. I like animals, but I don't like when they get on the table and piss on the dining room table. See that china over there? That came from the Princess of Versailles. I used to be a popular, well-known interior designer, and that's how I have these things. Hey, Pootha upstairs! That's what I call Jules. She's fat. That was Don. So we laugh about his death when we're backstage. Partying. Woo. Gotta party, gotta be wicked.
That diabetic who ate the bug. Yeah, she's a daredevil, honey, because every day she is testing the limits with that blood sugar, and she's out there eating bugs. That's courageous. It's the evil Knievel of drag.
A queen who has made me cry. I would say RuPaul Andre Charles. 3 reasons. 1, he sent me home in season 10. 2, I tied for a win on All Stars 4. And reason number 3, robbed All Stars 7. Yes, I said it, darling.
I mean, it's kind of like part of the drag queen handbook is that you have to talk too much. I would say Tina Burner talks too much. I've also toured with her. We did the Sanderson Sisters tour last year. And love her, but girl, she'll give you all the details to a story you didn't ask her to tell you. You know what I mean?
Okay, a queen who needs to get knocked down a peg, hiding in closet. Or did you say you want me to peg? Because I'll do it. No, I think she needs to get knocked down a little bit of a peg because ever since she got Miss Congeniality, she's like, I don't know, something about her. She's too nice and charismatic. There's something deep and dark behind those eyes that we're just not seeing.
Oh, the queen who has made me cry is probably the late, great Heclina when she handed me my paycheck. She was the cheapest bitch in the world. You'd work all week for her and then she'd give you $50. God, I miss her.
A queen who's made me laugh the most is probably 4G Thor. I've known her for way longer than I need to. And I've learned a lot from her. And she's just always so funny. She's just always has some kind of a punchline. It's probably because she's drunk, but who doesn't have to drink down their personality? You know what I mean?
I would say the queen with the sickest home would be Detox. She has a swimming pool in the basement of her house in Chicago, which I think is actually sickening because of all the humidity. I feel like thered be a lot of moisture trapped in there, get a lot of germs. So I think she has the sickest house. I don't know. I would assume that like a house with like a standing body of water in it, especially in a basement, would be like moldy. No offense, Detox, like I'm sure it's beautiful. I haven't been there, but I've just seen a lot of pictures. But like indoor swimming pools give me the ick.